Hey, this is Ryan of Happy Healthy Vegan. So, I normally don't share videos and stories like this with you. However, the animal abuse and cruelty is so extreme in this case that I feel compelled to do a video about it to help raise people's awareness so that something like this will never happen again. People will become more aware of animals' rights. Well, maybe you've seen this story already. It's been floating around the news and social media. A high school teacher in Florida drowned wild raccoons in large trash bins in front of his students as they watched and assisted. In case you're doing a double take, yes, you heard that right. A high school teacher teaching an agricultural class, Future Farmers of America to be specific, forced his students to fill up the trash can bin with water from hoses as it slowly filled up to drown raccoons that he captured and caught because supposedly these raccoons were disturbing some of their farm animals, chickens. So he captured them and felt it was a cool school project to kill these animals in a most cruel way. And the teacher may have gotten away with it if it weren't for the fact that one of the students came home upset, understandably, and told his mom what happened, and furthermore had some cell phone footage of this horrific act. And let me show you some of it. Fortunately, most of it has been blurred out, so you won't be too disturbed, so let's check it out.
What it is.
Yeah, put him. Why you want to just switch him in that small cage and then put him in there?
He can't even climb. Why is he not climbing? Dump that water in there.
And it gets even worse than what's on video here. I mean, I can't believe the teacher thought this would be a great school project. So when the raccoons in the bins drowning were trying to fight for their lives and come up with air, he had the students hold metal rods to push the raccoons down, and also students had hoses to squirt in the raccoons' mouths to further try drowning them. It was interesting reading this high school's Future Farmers of America's alumni page where they made a post about this incident saying they 100% support and stand behind their teacher's actions and everything, the word everything that he does for students. But the people in the comments weren't buying this one bit. Sadly, there were people who commented on Facebook defending this teacher and his actions, saying these actions were necessary to protect the farm and livestock, and that's just complete nonsense. These actions were not necessary by a long shot. If these raccoons were indeed disturbing his farm and he felt like he had to protect his farm, the only option isn't to gather the animals in a trash can and slowly drown them as students help. You could have captured them and released them somewhere else, gently into the wild, into another field, into another place where they're not disturbing a farm and livestock. It's never necessary to kill animals. One reason why we believe in veganism here. I mean, this story is just wrong on so many levels. Besides the blatant and extreme animal cruelty in this story, let's look at the children for a second here who are forced to participate and witness in this. Children, students look up to their teachers, authority figures. So when you have a teacher brutally killing an animal in front of you and asking you to participate in it, that sends a really dangerous message. The message being that it's acceptable to harm others. It's acceptable to harm animals, potentially acceptable to harm humans too, just showing that cruelty and violence are accepted and normal. And furthermore, I want to add that these agricultural programs in schools are ancient. They should have been left behind in the last century. These animals are raised for slaughter. They might stay in the schools for a while, maybe even used as breeders, but once they are no longer useful, they will be sent to the slaughterhouses. So children need to learn that these animals that they bond with, these animals they love, are going to be brutally killed someday. So fortunately, this teacher was placed on administrative leave and then eventually announced his departure from the school district. So I just hope he doesn't find a job in another district. I hope he is retired for good. He shouldn't be allowed to teach children again. And if there's any kind of positive spin I could put on the story, and it's pretty tough, but like I showed you in the Facebook comments and comments on other online media publications about this story, universally people are pissed off about this. They are outraged at the blatant animal cruelty. So if people can find compassion for raccoons, it's not a huge leap that people will find that compassion should carry over to the animals that they eat on a pretty much daily basis. And hopefully that'll help awaken some people into seeing the light of veganism. Because as I always like to say, you don't need to kill animals in order to live and be really healthy at that. So anyway, leave your questions and comments down below. What do you think? Was this teacher within his rights to kill these nuisance animals by drowning them in front of his class, with his class helping him? Or were there better, more ethical alternatives that this teacher could have employed? How did you feel when you saw this story? Were you as just outraged and pissed off as I was, and pretty much everyone that saw the story was? So let me know down below. So until next time, guys, that's about it. Let's keep it carb, baby. Keep it carb.